Okay, so we are live. So, a very, very good evening here from the UK, and welcome everyone to our pages. So, just before we start, I'll just like to introduce myself just for the benefit of my new followers and for people watching in my other guests page. My name is Dr. Susie Jacob. I am a business coach in the UK as well as I am a general practitioner by training, and what we do here in this platform is we help anyone, just people just like us, achieve time and financial freedom by helping them teach ways to create a very good, lucrative side income. And how do we do that? We do that by teaching social media marketing. So today I have some very lovely business partners all over the globe. Actually, we are very global today. So from one end of the globe to the other, and I will ask them a few questions. And while I ask them the questions, I will also ask them to introduce themselves for the benefit of everyone else. Okay, so I am coming to Manila. Hi, Manila. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Susie. Thank you for
And a
welcoming
very,
me
very
today.
good morning to you.
It is
Yeah.
very early in the morning. I got my
Yes,
coffee here to warm
yes.
myself up.
Yeah, to just
It's
get
fine.
yourself going.
So
Right. So thank
it's
you so much for accepting the invite. And thank you so much. I know it's quite early in the morning there, and you've just all ready with your cuppa and you just, all excited to talk about the online business. So, just for the benefit of our audience today, if you can give us a brief introduction of who is Manila.
thank you, Dr. Susie, for inviting me to the page. I'm Manila. I'm here from Adelaide, and it's very, very good morning to you all. It's 5:30 here, but wherever you are watching, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And either if you're watching the live or the replay, thank you so much. So my name is Manila. I'm working as a registered nurse, as a full-time registered nurse here in Adelaide, Australia, and also a proud digital business owner as well. I've been living here with my husband for the past 14 years and been looking for some travel freedom and also some financial freedom as well. So been along with my nursing job, I know like we earn a decent salary, but we love to travel, and we just thought like, with all these expenses, living cost and everything, I don't think it is really possible with just your sole income. So we thought like we just need some kind of extra income. That's how I got into this business, and it's been such a blessing, and it's such an amazing platform. So that's a
Amazing.
little bit of myself. And
Amazing. That's really good. So that's what, sometimes people get the idea that you people start a high side hustle because they don't have money or they are in a lot of debt and things like that, but that's not exactly true. As I've mentioned when we started this meeting today, it's for time as well as financial freedom, because obviously it's the financial freedom that gives us the time to do the things what we love. And a lot of us here, we are earning quite good income, but the thing is we are trading our time for money. And business, any business, is the key to actually financial freedom and wealth creation. More than financial freedom, I would say wealth creation. So coming to the topic of businesses, so traditional business and online business. So why would you say, an online business, what is the difference of having a traditional business or an online business, and what do you think is better really?
look, it's just, I would tell like, first of all, it depends on your personal situation and your personal preference. But to me, as a working professional, working as a full time, I don't think I can squeeze any more time to do a traditional business. Of course, like to do a traditional business, I'll just go with the benefits of like the pros and cons of like a traditional, then I'll go with the digital business, why I chosen that platform. So with the traditional business, of course, like if you have no business background or anything, you are just stepping into a new platform where there is no real support or anything. You are just lost in your own world. So if you don't know how to go ahead, or if you get lost with anything, you're totally lost actually, first thing. And then the startup cost is like too much actually. I don't think you can ever start a small business with a low startup cost or anything. It's because you're investing quite a bit into that. And the staff management, which is another hectic thing, and managing inventory, stock management, all those kind of things comes along with that actually. So if you, and then you, like all the other things comes along with the traditional business. It's also like you're not saving anything like time freedom, or like, you know, you have to travel for your business and you have to be physically there. So that's another thing. But when why I chose the digital business is, as I said initially, I'm working as a full-time registered nurse, so I don't have that luxury of time to be present in a traditional business situation, and I don't have the skill to manage like staffs or inventories or anything, and I'm not a salesperson either, so I don't think any of that suits me. So with the digital business platform, this is like an amazing platform where you get one-on-one mentorship and coaching and everything. So you are not by yourself. That's the main thing. You got amazing support. So even if you're not a business professional or anything, you can still start up here. Like you don't need any experience or anything. All the training is provided, and it's such an amazing training site that you got 24/7 access to it. So, and anybody can learn it. It's so easy to follow as well. And definitely you don't need to manage any staff or inventories or anything like that, which is amazing thing. And the other thing is like you can do it at your own schedule. So you fit things into your schedule. It's not like business rules you. You are ruling your own business. So that's the amazing thing. And then you don't need to travel to the physical location or anything. And if you feel like you can't fit in like too much time in one day, you can just make it up the next day or whenever you can. So it's not like a set timing that you have to be present. And the smart thing is like you can just manage most of the part of the business with just a mobile phone. And if you got computer, well and good. But like, you know, pretty much once you're up and rolling, that's all you need actually. So even wherever you are, even if you're traveling, you can still run your business on the background. And there is a highly automated system which works amazingly. Like say, when I'm sleeping during my night shift, my business will be working on the background. So that's a great potential of it. I think that's all the main thing that I can think of being a digital business, and that all leads me into this digital business platform actually, and to support. And also, like you can see that we're doing this at the convenience of our time, and with from the global, like you know, it's a global thing, and people from other parts of the globe, we can all be in one little box of a screen, and we are all here. So that's all I can think of, Dr. Susie, and over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. That I think you've covered most of the things. But,
Yeah.
people like someone in one of our founders was saying in one of the meetings, if you really want to have a pay cut, you just start a traditional business. It's his words actually. And which is very true, because when you start a traditional business, because of the quite hefty upfront money, you will not see any kind of return of investment for a good few years. The average time to see any kind of return of investment is anything between 5 and 7 years, and about 90% of businesses fail because it just takes that much long, and you would have put a lot more money into the business by that time. And the thing is, because you have to be still present to do all this, a traditional business, it's not really scalable. For any business to be scalable, it has to work without you being around. Saying that, it is either a person, like if you run a shop, and if you want the business to be scalable, if you don't have to be there, you will still hire someone to actually do the business. But then that would be a lot more upfront costs, isn't it? While in a digital business, we we are the business actually. We don't have anybody, we don't need to hire anyone, and because we have automated systems, and these systems are scalable, that is why having a online business as such is quite profitable. And also, when we talk about upfront costs, it is like in millions. It's like to get a franchise of KFC, for instance, in the UK, it's about $500,000. Most of us couldn't do that, $500,000 for just KFC and things like that. Or even like a takeaway shop is it's about 30,000 just to get the shop and the license, and then obviously all the other gas, electric, and inventory and all. And the beauty about the online business, you don't even need a tenth of that to start it, really.
Yes.
So that is the most wonderful thing about the online business. So thank you so much, Manila, for that great explanation. Now coming over to Siji, I'm going to do this a bit different. So those who have been in my page, it'll be a bit different. So this time we're doing a mixed live, and I'm going to now talk in Malayalam. Hello, Shiji. എന്തുണ്ട് വിശേഷം?
സുഖമായിരിക്കുന്നു. എന്തുണ്ട് വിശേഷം ഡോക്ടർ സൂസി? സുഖാണോ?
ഫുൾ ഡേ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വീട്ടിൽ വന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ അടുത്തത് ലൈവ് ബിസിനസ് ഓൺ ട്രാക്കിലായിട്ട് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. സോ എനിവേ താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് ഫോർ കമ്മിങ് ടു അവർ ലൈവ്. അപ്പം ഷിജി, നമ്മുടെ ഓഡിയൻസ് എക്സ്പെഷ്യലി എന്റെ പേജിൽ ഷിജിയൊക്കെ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് വരുന്നത്. അപ്പം ആരായി ഷിജി? അപ്പം നമ്മുടെ ഓഡിയൻസിനോട് ഒന്ന് പറയാവോ, ആരായി ഷിജി?
ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു ഡോക്ടർ സൂസി ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിലേക്ക് ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്. എൻ്റെ പേര് സിജി. ഞാൻ ഫ്ലോറിഡ നേപ്പിൾസിലാണ്, അമേരിക്കയിലെ ഫ്ലോറിഡ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിലെ നേപ്പിൾസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ സ്ഥലത്തു നിന്നാണ്. ആക്ച്വലി ഞാൻ ഫുൾ ടൈം വർക്കിംഗ് നേഴ്സാണ്, രജിസ്റ്റേർഡ് നേഴ്സായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് അമേരിക്കയിൽ വന്നിട്ട് 6 മാസം ആകുന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇതിനു മുന്നേ ഞങ്ങൾ കാനഡയിലായിരുന്നു. കാനഡയിൽ 10 years, മോർ ദാൻ 10 years ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് മൈഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്. വെതറിൻ്റെ കാരണം കൊണ്ടാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് മൈഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്. വളരെ സന്തോഷം, ഇവിടെ നല്ല വെതറാണ്, എൻജോയ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. പിന്നെ ഇതിൻ്റെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ഒരു പ്രൗഡ് ബിസിനസ് ഓണറാണ്, മെൻറ്ററും കൂടിയാണ്. പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് 2 കുട്ടികളുണ്ട്. അവരിപ്പോഴും കാനഡയിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നു. ഞാൻ ഹസ്ബൻഡുമായിട്ടാണ് ഇവിടെ ഫ്ലോറിഡയിൽ ഇപ്പം താമസിക്കുന്നത്.
ഓ, ഗുഡ് ഗുഡ് ഗുഡ്. അപ്പൊ പിള്ളേരെ ശരിക്കും മിസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന കാണുമല്ലോ ഫ്ലോറിഡ, കാനഡയിൽ വിട്ടിട്ടല്ലേ?
മിസ് ചെയ്യും. പക്ഷെ അവർ വരുന്നുണ്ട്, ക്രിസ്മസിന് അവർ വരുന്നു. നാളെ വരുമോ? മോൻ വരുന്നുണ്ട്.
ആൻഡ് ഐ തിങ്ക് ഫ്ലോറിഡയിൽ താമസിക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും നല്ല വെതർ, ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റ് US ഫ്ലോറിഡയിൽ അല്ലേ?
Yes, that's the best weather. Yes.
Weather, നമ്മുടെ tropical kind of weather അല്ലേ ഫ്ലോറിഡയില്?
Yes.
And very close to Disneyland അല്ലേ?
Yes.
അതാ നമ്മൾ ഫ്ലോറിഡ കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ ആദ്യം ഓർക്കുന്ന ഡിസ്നിലാൻഡ്. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, അപ്പൊ സിജി ഇപ്പം പറഞ്ഞു ഒരു നഴ്സായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഒത്തിരി പേർക്ക് നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കുന്ന ഒരു ചോദ്യമായിരിക്കും, ഈ ബിസിനസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വല്ലോം എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് വേണം. ബിക്കോസ് ഒത്തിരി പേര് ആദ്യം സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്, എനിക്ക് മാർക്കറ്റിങ്ങും സെയിൽസും, എനിക്ക് ആൾക്കാരോടൊന്നും സംസാരിക്കാൻ എനിക്ക് അറിയത്തുമില്ല, എനിക്ക് വലിയ താല്പര്യവും ഇല്ല. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ വരുമ്പം അവർ പറയും നമുക്ക് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഇല്ല. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ വരുമ്പോൾ ഷിജി അവരോട് എന്നാ പറയുന്നത്?
അതൊരു നല്ലൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. കാരണം വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒത്തിരി പേര് ഫേസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം ആണ്. അതിനുള്ള ആൻസർ ഇവിടെ മാനില കുറച്ചൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ ഒന്നും കൂടി പറയട്ടെ. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഹൈലൈറ്റ്, ഈ ബിസിനസ്സിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഹൈലൈറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, ഇതിന് നമുക്ക് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമേ ഇല്ല. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്നെ കാണാം, ഞാൻ വളരെയധികം ആൾക്കാർക്ക് എന്നെ അറിയാവുന്നതാണ്. കാരണം ഞാൻ 2-3 കൺട്രികളിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവിടെയെല്ലാം ഞാൻ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ആകെ നേഴ്സായിട്ട് മാത്രമേ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. എനിക്ക് വേറെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസേ ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ ടെക്നോസാവിയോ അതിൻ്റെ യാതൊരു ആവശ്യമില്ല. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമാണ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. ആ വീഡിയോ ട്രെൻഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ആയതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ട് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാനും പറ്റും. സിമ്പിൾ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് തന്നെ ഫോളോ ചെയ്ത് ചെയ്യാവുന്ന വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമാണിത്. പിന്നെ ഇതിൻ്റെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്, ഞാൻ ആകെ നേഴ്സായിട്ട് മാത്രമേ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ആകെ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ നോളജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇമെയിൽ ചെയ്യാൻ മാത്രമേ എനിക്കറിയത്തുള്ളൂ. പിന്നെ വല്ലപ്പോഴും ഗൂഗിൾ ചെയ്യുക, ഈ 2 പർപ്പസാണ് സാധാരണ ഞാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആ നോളജ് എൻ്റെ ലിമിറ്റഡ് ആണെന്ന് എല്ലാവർക്കും തന്നെ അറിയാവുന്നതാണ്, ഇതിന് മുന്നേ അറിയാവുന്നവർക്ക്. ഇപ്പം നോക്കിയാൽ ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം ഇതിൻ്റെ ട്രെയിനിങ് കൊണ്ട് വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്തുകൂടി സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയയിൽ എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് ചെയ്യാമെന്നുള്ളതും എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് ഈ ബിസിനസ് സെറ്റപ്പ് ചെയ്യാമെന്നും എല്ലാം വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. അതിൻ്റെ ട്രെയിനിങ് ആണ് എൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഹൈലൈറ്റ്. പിന്നെ കൂടാതെ ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന കൂടുതൽ ആൾക്കാരും നേഴ്സസ് മാത്രമല്ല, ഡോക്ടേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, എൻജിനീയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, പിന്നെ IT പ്രൊഫഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, ഹെൽത്ത് വർക്കേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, ഈവൻ ഹൗസ് വൈഫ്, അവർ വേറെ എക്സ്പോസ് ഒന്നും ആയിട്ടില്ലാത്ത ഹൗസ് വൈഫ് വരെ ഉണ്ട് ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത്. അപ്പോൾ അവർക്കെല്ലാം ഈസി ആയിട്ട് കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യാവുന്ന പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമാണെന്ന് നമുക്ക് ക്ലിയർലി പ്രൂഫ് ഉള്ളതാണ്. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ട് ആർക്കും തന്നെ ഇതിനൊരു ഡൗട്ടും വേണ്ട, ആർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിലും ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. എബവ് 18 ആയിട്ടുള്ളവർക്ക് അതിന് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസോ ടെക്നോസാവിയോ ഒന്നും തന്നെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. പിന്നെ അതിൻ്റെ ഹൈലൈറ്റ് വേറൊരു ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന 1-on-1 മെൻറ്ററിങ്ങും കോച്ചിങ്ങും. അത് നമ്മൾക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ഒരു സപ്പോർട്ടായിട്ട് അവരുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും നമ്മുടെ മെൻറ്ററും കോച്ചും നമ്മളെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ വാട്സപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ്, അത് പറയാതിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. എത്ര ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റിയാണ് നമുക്കുള്ളത്. ഈ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി കാരണം നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും ഈവൻ നൈറ്റോ ഡേയോ ഒരു ടൈമിൻ്റെയും പ്രശ്നമില്ല. കാരണം ഇത് ഗ്ലോബലി വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ആയതുകൊണ്ട് എനി ടൈം ഇഫ് യു ഹാവ് എനി ഡൗട്ട് നമ്മൾ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്തൊരു മെസ്സേജ് ഇട്ടാൽ മതി. നമുക്ക് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ആൻസർ എല്ലായിടത്തു നിന്നുള്ള ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് പീപ്പിൾ നമ്മളെ ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാൻ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ റെഡി ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുക. അത്ര ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഇനി പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഉടനെ ഒന്നും തീരില്ല. അതുപോലെ സവിശേഷതകളുണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആരും ഈ ചാൻസ് മിസ്സാക്കേണ്ട. എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഇല്ല എന്നുള്ള ഒരു കാരണത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് ഒരിക്കലും മാറ്റിവെക്കേണ്ടതല്ല. ഇതൊരു നല്ലൊരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമാണ്. ആർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിലും ട്രൈ ചെയ്യാം. കം ഫോർവേഡ്. നിങ്ങളൊരു ചലഞ്ച് എടുത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ഫോർവേഡ് വെക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് ബെറ്റർ ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. ഇതാണ് എൻ്റെ 100% ഷുവർട്ടിയുള്ള ഒരു ബിസിനസ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി എക്സ്പ്ലോർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. താങ്ക്സ് സൂസി.
താങ്ക് യു സി. ഐ തിങ്ക് സിജി നല്ലതായിട്ട് മലയാളത്തിൽ അത് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഐ തിങ്ക് അത് ഏറ്റവും നല്ല എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ ഞാൻ കേട്ടത്. ആൻഡ് യു ആർ ആബ്സല്യൂട്ട്ലി റൈറ്റ്. നമ്മുടെ ട്രെയിനിങ്ങും നമ്മുടെ മെന്റർഷിപ്പും കോച്ചിങ്ങും ഒക്കെ കാരണം ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും വി ആർ നെവർ അലോൺ അല്ലേ? എപ്പോഴും വില്ലോരും ഉണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഞാൻ വരുന്ന ന്യൂ മെന്റീസിനോടും ഞാൻ കോച്ചായിട്ട് അവരോട് പറയുമ്പോഴും സെയിം തിങ് അവരോട് പറയുന്നത്, നമ്മുടെ വി ആർ ജസ്റ്റ് എ വാട്സ്ആപ്പ് നമ്പർ away. So thank you. I think I have nothing much to add to what you've just said because it was a really, really good answer. So appam inim nammal next person odu povunathu. I'll swap over to English now. This is swapping over, isn't it? Hi Mani and Veda, and of course you're from UK just like me. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Susie.
Yes, hi, Susie.
Thank you. We're both good. Thank you for inviting us for this.
Thank you for accepting the invite. And so just for the benefit of all of our pages, if you could just introduce yourselves, please.
Yeah, sure. So we are Veda and Mani. We are both working professionals in the education and IT sector. We have two gorgeous girls, and we've also ventured into this business. So we are proud digital business owners as well.
Excellent. Okay, so Mani, I think of the question I'm going to ask is probably covered a lot, but then a bit in Malayalam. So let's swap it over to a bit of English also, probably. So self-doubt, that's the number one thing. I've even spoke to someone, and that's why I thought let us talk about this question.
Yeah.
There was a person I had watched the webinar, and after she watched the webinar, she was like, I don't know whether I can do it. I'm just, and she's an engineer. Okay, just like you, Mani. Apparently, so she's just an engineer, and she's like, no, I don't know. I've never done this before. How can I be sure that I can be successful? So there was a lot of self-doubt in her mind on how she can be successful in this business. And a lot of us at some point or the other had a lot of self-doubt, isn't it?
Yes.
So how would you, and for this particular engineer, if I'm talking to her as well, if she's watching, how would you say you would, because you're an engineer yourself, so how did you, and maybe Veda also, how did you overcome the self-doubt each time when it comes to knocking at the door?
Yeah, but that was a brilliant question, Susie. Thanks for bringing up in this forum. So self-doubt from my point of view is quite normal for every human in this world. It doesn't matter a child or an adult. It's quite common for us, as we are a human, right? And even the businessmen who succeeded in the business, the top-notch businessmen, have their self-doubts, right? The thing is, it's just a temporary. It's not permanent. It's just a temporary. It's all how we are going to overcome the self-doubt. What actions are we going to take to overcome that? And the key is that it's not allowing the self-doubt to define you, right? And when we say self-doubt, it shouldn't hold us back. When it holds us back, it will, whatever the potential we have, like we have so many ideas, so many dreams, so it all got stuck, right? If you're not moving forward. And for the engineer, I would say, instead of asking the doubts, instead of asking the questions about the doubts, just want to herself trust herself, the abilities and the questions, and why she is doubting herself. Most doubts are mostly fear based. It's not like fact based. So even when we started the business, I have my experience, because I was just watching an ad like everyone else, and I said to Veda, no, Veda was the one who showed me that. So I was watching that, and I was confident because I had like, okay, let me give a try. And I said to Veda, I'm going to pay $149. She said no. I said why? Because she said, like, we just paid the ticket for our India. It cost almost 4,500 pounds. Now we are going to waste another 150 quid, right? And it's going to spam. I'm not going to take the risk money, because if we have that money, I might put in my savings for my kids' account. I said, no, I need to take the chance. If I didn't take the chance, if I had a self-doubt, I will not be in the position now where I am, right? So we need to take that action. I know it's a bit of risk, but my advice is go ahead and take that actions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And because I took that action, I am here to inspire my journey. I can inspire so many other people and help to join this business, because I have gone through that experience from my own experience, right? So even take very, very small, but take as a bold step. Don't let yourself in a controlled environment, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we need to start believing ourselves. We are very much capable, we are very strong, and we are unstoppable, right? So yeah, that's my viewpoint from my self-doubt. But Beta, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think, like you said, Susie, we've had a few inquiries, and it's similar things. Most of the things that people wonder is, can I do this? What if I can't do this? What if it doesn't work for me? And my advice usually is, I've been in the same place where you've been, but what you need to do is to retrain your brain. Instead of saying, what if I can't do this? You're giving all that negativity the power. You need to change it around and say, what if this is the opportunity of a lifetime? What if this is something that can, this is the answer to your prayers that you've been waiting for? So instead of saying, can I, change it around? I can do this. I will do this. And I think once you start saying those words, you do start to believe in your own capability. So yes, self-doubt is there for everybody. We all go through it as we're humans, but it's something that that you can overcome. And like Mani said, it's a temporary thing. That thing that's stopping you from getting that opportunity is you. You are your own barrier, basically. We need to break through that, don't we?
Absolutely. And that's a fantastic answer. And that's the thing about it, and when actually a lot of us do get, because we are all professionals, and a lot of us do get professionals coming and asking these questions, isn't it? And I sometimes say that, when you actually joined engineering, or when you did nursing, or when I studied medicine, we just went and studied it. And, when I still remember my first year in medicine, and I was like, oh my God, the content. Yeah. And if I thought, my A levels were tough, this was like, I was sitting and crying most days, because it was just too overwhelming. Yeah. Especially the first 6 months. I still remember the first 6 months. And the thing was, my parents were abroad, and I went to India to do medicine. And, I remember the first 6 months, and I was like crying. And then my father finally said, okay, well, if you want to come back home, come back home. And I was like, what? No, I'm not going to come. I just wanted a bit of sympathy. Then I realized what I wanted was someone to say, it's okay, darling. And he was like, you want to come back home, then you come back home. And I'm like, what? I'm not coming back. So, it's that, I was like, then I took it as a dare. I was like, no, I'm not going to come back home. I'm going to finish my medicine, and I'm going to show you. And, from there, it was just, and it was that, that shift in mindset. Yes. And sometimes, the thing is, what my father said could have gone really bad, but it was just that I was I'm a type A personality person. So for me, if someone tells me I can't do it, I'm like, Of course I can. If I put my mind to it, I can. I would tell myself like, oh, I don't know, and play around and be having the pity party in my head. But when someone comes to me right at my face and challenge me, I'd be like, no. But the thing is, if it was somebody else and from having a type B, C personality, they'd be like, okay, I'll come back home. But the thing is, what would I have done, if I had, gone back home? Like I would not be a doctor I am today. And I wouldn't have come up so much in life. And now, had the opportunity to actually go, come to the UK, then, um, have a team. Like I sometimes look back in this 2 years, what I have accomplished. 4 years ago, I wouldn't have even dreamt of being a coach and having a team and things like that. And that is what, we actually talk ourselves down most of the time. And that's where we need to start flipping the script. And one of the things that has personally helped me is, because all these are like thoughts in our brains, and you can never overcome a thought with a thought. So when you get these negative thoughts, you have, like what you say, the thought will come, oh, this is too hard. And then you have to say, what I generally say is anything worthwhile in life is hard, but if I keep on it, I know I will crack this. So then when the thought comes, you have to open your mouth and say, something positive. Even it says I can't, you should say I can, but it has to be, because when you actually start talking, it will be louder than your thoughts. And then there's something that's happening within you. And then obviously, whether you believe in the law of attraction, manifestation, affirmation, whatever you believe in, okay. For me, I believe in, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So that's a biblical thing. But you can believe in law of attraction. You can believe in, what you want. But I feel everything comes to actually bogs down to the same stuff. You actually manifest, you do positive affirmations, you talk life into your words, and you will see the result of that. But you have to talk to yourself. And that's how you can overcome self-doubt. And that's it actually. And I think to add to what you have just said, how our community will help you, because the thing is, you're not doing it alone. Like the thing is, there are people like me. If I feel I'm being challenged, I will, take up the challenge. But you might not be that sort of person, and you might be like the other sort of person. But then you have a mentor and coach who will be actually behind your life and say, what are you doing? What is the next plan? So, you have actually people around you, and our community, like just like Siti said, we're just a WhatsApp number away. Anyone, like if you're in the other side of the globe and you might be doing night shift, but it'll be daytime somewhere else, and there'll be someone answering the WhatsApp and things like that. We are a helpful community, and we help everyone to grow together. And of course, when you look at our community, the success stories, so you have to tell yourself, like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And what is the only variable? Because we have a successful blueprint. We have the tools. We have the actual services and everything that is needed to make this successful. The only variable is you. And to add to that, you have a mentor and coach. And, the success rate when you have a mentor and coach is much higher than when you try to do it yourself. And that, I believe, is how you can overcome self-doubt. Anyway, I had a lovely chat with you all, and thank you so much once again for coming on live. So any final thoughts before we wrap up, guys?
I think pretty much we have covered everything. The only thing that I would just add is, like, as we were all talking about this self-doubt, my personal experience is like you will not achieve anywhere if you just think on that self-doubt and sit on it. Until you take action, that's where your future exists. And also the other thing is, you don't know your potential until you take that action actually. And there is so much in this world to explore. So if you sit on your self-doubt, you will be where you are, and others will be just going ahead in their life, and you'll be just sitting there looking at them. Oh my God, they were all went so far ahead. I'm just where I was. So if you want to just go with them or go beyond them, just take action and move forward in your life. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that was a wonderful live, and just we are going to wrap it up. So wherever you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, so just take that action, and it doesn't cost you anything to find the information. So find out the information wherever you're watching. Reach out to whoever you're seeing this today and ask what is the next step to know more about this business, and we are more than happy to actually guide you into the next steps. And the thing is, unless you look into the business model, unless you try it out, you will never know whether this business is for you. And is this business for everyone? Probably not. But what if it is? And it has been life changing for each and every one of us who's chatted with you today here through this live. And what if you just passed by this life changing opportunity? And that would be a very, very sad thought. And then you look back and see our successes every day, and then you'd wonder in 5 years' time, why did I take 5 years to take action, while we would have probably retired by that time. And you'd be just thinking. So let that not be your story. Just take action and see whether this is for you. So reach out to us. And thank you once again to all of you all, and hope you have a lovely rest of the day.
Thank you, Stacey. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
No worries. Take care. Bye.
Bye.